This is the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 and it's quickly become my camera of choice when out on the bike, and during the video we're going to be looking at the reasons why. So let's get out quickly because it is freezing this morning.
So the Ace Pro 2 is one of the flagship action cameras. It's got a 1/1.3 sensor, so it's got a nice big sensor to take in all the information it needs. It can video up to 8K. And if you don't want to video up to 8K and you want to video to 4K, what that means is you can crop in photos and images and videos or zoom in and not actually lose any quality from 4K because you're using the whole of the 8K sensor. It's got 2 chips and it's one of the few cameras to have an AI dedicated chip, which really makes a difference to videoing, which I'll talk about later. So let's see what's in the box when you first get the Ace Pro 2.
Okay, so this is the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, and as you can see down the bottom, it's the dual battery pack. So you get a spare battery with the camera. And inside the box, you get the Ace Pro 2. You get the second battery. You get a spare wind guard and a mount, that's the quick release mount. And then in here, you get the spare rubber O-ring for the lens guard, and you get a USB-C charging cable. And with the quick release mount, obviously as its name suggests, it just clips on, locks in place, and it's not going anywhere until you press the releases. That's a magnetic and a physical lock combined, like a lot of manufacturers do nowadays. So one of the features I really like about the camera is the free frame mode. So when you choose a mode to go in, free frame video, as you can see there, gives you portrait and landscape at the same time, which means when you come back in the app or on an editor, you can decide whether you have portrait or landscape depending on where your video is going to be, which is a great thing, so you don't have to worry about videoing things twice or which one to do. You can just use that and, as I said, then choose later how to produce your video. And in low light conditions, you can use PureVideo mode. PureVideo mode kicks in that AI chip, which really makes a difference to nighttime viewing. So there's a lot of things I like about the Ace Pro 2. One of them is the 2.5-inch flip-up screen, which really makes a big difference when you're videoing and trying to make sure you're in the shot. It's so much easier to do it when you've got that flip-up screen, which is great. Another useful thing, especially out on the bike, is the fact that the camera has this special wind guard, which does make a difference when filming, and this is removable because it's not waterproof. So if you go in the water, you need to swap it over with the other one supplied in the box. But that's a nice feature to have too. Also, when you're using the camera, you can use voice or hand signs, hand gestures to get videos or photos taken. And you can do that just by, for example, with a photo, just hold your hand up and it starts taking a photo. Or if you use a hand gesture, it starts recording. And do the same to stop it. Okay, so they're really useful, especially when you want to go a distance from something and set it up and you're on your own filming. Really useful things to have. But let's see what it's like out on the bike.
So one of the things I love about using the Ace Pro 2 is being able to use the remote with it too. So using this, I can see the picture I've got in front of me, I can start recording, and the Ace Pro 2 is going to do what it does best. And if you've got an X4, you can also link your X4 to it at the same time and get both working off the remote. So I find that to be really useful when I'm riding and the camera's in a slightly tricky position to get. I can just use the remote control to operate it. And also the nice thing about that is I can also put data on the screen afterwards if I want to. And if you haven't got a wireless remote, that's fine, because you can put data on the screen using the Insta360 app and your Garmin Connect data or Apple Watch data. And then using the remote, I can stop recording when I want to too. So at the moment I'm filming in 4K 60, but with the Ace Pro 2 you can easily go up to 120 frames a second for some great slow-mo shooting. It's got great built-in stabilisation, and as I said before, you can always crop later and zoom in because of the 8K sensor. Really makes it a versatile camera to use. Another thing I like about the Ace Pro 2 is the fact that it's got that AI chip, and that means it can automatically sense and produce the best pictures for the light without you having to do too much. And lastly, and probably one of its best features in my mind, is its ability to film in low light. And you'll get a warning on the screen saying that it's low light and asking you to shoot in the PureVideo mode, which means its AI chip is working overtime to create the best shots it can in low light. And compared to most other cameras on the market, it really makes a big difference. So even on gloomy days when it's during the day but very dull light, you can use that PureVideo mode and PureVideo mode plus if you're only on 30 frames, not 60, to create the best shots possible. Bike. Hiya. Okay, so the sun has set, and as you can probably see, the video is quite gloomy, and I've been advised by the camera that I should probably change to PureVideo mode, which I'll do in a minute, but just to give you an impression of what it's like without PureVideo on. I don't know how well you can see me in this light. I expect it's probably pretty grainy. Okay, so now PureVideo is on, and because I've got it on 30 frames a second, it's PureVideo Plus, which is more enhanced. So the AI chip now is working overtime to create a better image and better lighting. What do you think? Is it a better picture? I think so. I think it makes all the difference. And as I said, on gloomy days, it doesn't need to be dark. On gloomy days, I found it really does make a difference to the image, and means you can film in sort of worse conditions really. So if you can see now, really for me there's very little light and it is looking pretty gloomy. As I said, sun has set. This pure video mode is making all the difference. If you're interested in buying an Ace Pro 2, I'll put a link down below which is an affiliate link, so I would get a bit of commission if you buy something, but you can find out lots more information about the camera from there. If you've got any comments or questions, don't forget to drop them down below, and until next time, bye for now.